Good evening, Creek hockey fans. If you're joining us now, we're about halfway through the first period. This is a Beavercreek JV game. We're taking on the Elder Varsity team. JV games are a good opportunity for junior and less experienced players to get some experience as they move up to the regular squad. Kind of jumping into the action here, you have Evan Schrader moving up the left side, deep into the corner, centering pass, not picked up. Barker keeping it in the zone, while Elder goes back to pick up the puck. Kristofchik stripping the puck in the deep corner. And Elder moving the puck back towards the Beavercreek net. Vandenboss poke check, then kick checked again. The puck away. Beavercreek takes it out of the zone. It's a foot race right now between Elder and Vandenboss for the puck. Kristofchik taking a shot just wide of the net. Corrigan battling for the puck right now. Comes away with it. Working at his feet, gets a shot off. Pad save by the Elder goalie. And Elder gets it out of the zone, so Beavercreek clears it. And Alfaro skated it in with a shot across the pads of the Elder goaltender. We don't have the Elder roster, so they'll all be Elder players tonight. Puck picked up in the center by Elder and then tossed over to Alfaro, who moves it forward. Puck's coming back up. Beavercreek kept it in the zone. And we have a whistle here. Looks like it did end up offsides. So both teams going for a line change. And the face-off will be in the near circle on the Elder side of the center ice. Elder attempting to move the puck out. Looks like Schrader kept it in again at the blue line. Battle along the blue line right in front of the crow's nest where we have a hard time keeping track of things. A shot went in just wide of the net. Elder goaltender knocked it behind him. And Elder's now moving the puck up into the Beavercreek zone. A big check leveled and an injured player on Elder. It looks like he's getting up on his own power. That's a good sign. Elder players making sure he's okay, giving him some encouragement. Always good to see them get up and move back under their own power. Face-off comes just outside of the zone at the face-off circle. Far ice on the Beavercreek side of the red line. Elder wins the face-off, dumps it in, but straight to, looks like Miller. Elder with a shot, and our goaltender, Talon Patterson, with a nice block pad save. Beavercreek's moved it back out of the zone. And looks like a little miscommunication. All right. And Schrader dumps it to the back, but had not crossed the red line, causing an offside violation. So the faceoff comes all the way back to the Beavercreek end. Lining up for Beavercreek looks like Kristofchik, Barker, Vandenboss, Corrigan, and Alfaro. The puck drop. Alfaro skates it behind the net, moving it up the far side of the ice. Gets the puck stripped. Elder gets a shot, and Patterson catches it with his mitt for a stoppage. Looks like we have an equipment issue right now. Refs are working that out, getting ready for the face-off. Corrigan in for the face-off. And Barker knocks it forward deep into the Elder zone. No icing. So Barker's playing the puck behind the net. Send it to Corrigan. Corrigan takes a nice shot. High side, high stick side, gets the goal. So Beavercreek first on the board, 3:42 remaining in the first period. And that looks like it was Corrigan, probably assisted by Barker. All right, face off. It was Waldron taking the face off there. Elder dumps it back into the Beavercreek zone, and Alfaro's got the puck moving up center ice. Got Beavercreek offsides there on that play. Had one of the Creek players had advanced into the zone before the puck did, resulting in an offside. And the puck drop. Waldron taking the face off again, this time moving in onsides. There was a delayed offside, quickly rectified by the players coming back to the center zone. And now the ice coming up the near side under the crow's nest. It's our blind spot also. Schrader skating it behind the back of the net. Dekes one of the Elder players, beginning to move it up the ice. Skating between three of them and coming out with the puck. Takes a shot, nice pad shot from the right center, right circle. And 2:51 remaining in the first period. Beavercreek leads 1-0. Looks like Corrigan in the face-off circle. Shot from Miller. Puck got pushed back to her. Second shot, but it didn't quite make it through. Now it's loose in front of the net and dumped to the far corner. Looks like Corrigan picking it up behind the net. Moving it out in front for Barker, who takes a shot. Looks like a pad save with the blocker, and then moved out by Elder. A shot wide of the net, but caught by Patterson for a stoppage. Corrigan trying to return the favor. It looked like back to Barker on that last shot attempt against Elder. If you think you're seeing these players out here a lot, you are. They're skating a 10-person bench for this game. So they're splitting the ice pretty evenly between the two lines. Vandenbosch skating it up, moving past center ice, getting headed off by Elder player, passes across to Briding, who gets it stripped behind the net, picked up by Alfaro at the point, pushed back in, and sent across and caught by the Elder goalie. That's the same line staying out there. So Waldron at the face-off circle with Briding and Couch. Defense Alfaro and Vandenbosch. All right, the puck dumped back behind the Elder net, and they're trying to break it out up the boards, but pushed back behind the net again. Beavercreek doing a good job of keeping it in, and now Elder did clear it. It's to center ice. Vandenbosch passed it up, but pass did not connect, resulting in an icing. So the face-off going all the way back to the near side Beavercreek face-off circle. As you've probably noticed, we have a JV tech team today also. So definitely not the voice of Beavercreek Beavers hockey. Kent Jacobs is not here this evening. And we have a bunch of folks filling in different positions they don't normally help with. So we appreciate all the volunteers. Elder moving the puck behind their net. And looked like Barker stripped it and got a shot just wide of the net, going off the goal, the base of the goal. A little bit of contested puck in the neutral zone. Corrigan kind of running over a much smaller Elder player. Vandenboss moving the puck up the right wing. Center. Oh, man. Took a shot, deflected by an Elder player, and almost deflected into the net, but glided just wide. Vandenboss with it, centering pass to Kristofchik out front. And Elder covers the puck for a stoppage of play. 23 seconds remaining in the period. Looks like a line change for a very short shift. Looks like Waldron in the face-off circle again with Bryden and Couch again. Face-off won by Waldron. Looked like Schrader dumped it to the far corner, and Elder working to bring it out, but intercepted by Miller, who moves it across to Schrader, and the puck is back to him. There's a delayed offsides. It's cleared up. Schrader across to Miller, and that's the end of the first period. So Beavercreek leading 1-0 after the first. Good evening again for those of you who are joining us. This is second period of Creek JV taking on Elder Varsity. They're switching sides for the second period. It looks like the starting lineup is Corrigan at center with Kristofchik and Barker on the wings, Schrader and Miller on defense. Puck moved quickly into the Elder zone, and Barker working around the far corner. Centering pass to Kristofchik, deflected, and Elder brings it out of the zone. Elder fighting it up and into the Beavercreek zone. Cross pass broken up by Miller and puts the corner where Kristofchik is fighting for control of the puck. It looks like Beavercreek has control of it. Now they need to work on their breakout. Miller skating, looking for a passing opportunity, and Elder kept the puck in the blue zone, but knocked out by Barker. Elder skating back forward in their own zone, pursued by Barker. Barker trying to chase it down, almost to the goal line, nearly an icing call, but got there just in time. Puck dumped in, waiting for Krasovchik to clear the zone. Okay, their Beavers are back on side. Corrigan putting some pressure on. The pass coming out of the zone to Elder, moving it up the right wing. And a drop pass, with a nice shot to Patterson with a great pad save. We're at 13:21 remaining in the second period. Looks like Waldron lined up for this face-off. Still contesting the face-off right now. Puck pushed in front of the net, picked up by Vandenbos, who dekes his defenseman, moves it up to the point. The pass is missed. It's going down for an icing. And that'll be icing on Beavercreek, with the puck and face-off coming back to the Beavercreek zone. Looks like the refs are having a little fun out there. Face off. And there's an immediate whistle. Not sure what happened with the face off there. So they are resetting. Does not appear to be a penalty or anything else. So the ref just didn't like what he saw. Blew the play dead and starting over. Puck knocked over to Vandenbos, who kicks it up and out of the zone. Is bumped into in center ice. And the puck getting dropped to Waldron and then stripped. Vandenbos stick checking it at the point and in again deep in the Beavers corner. Looks like Alfaro's got it, moving it up the right-hand side. And knocked back in. Vandenbos with it again. And knocked a little out of his reach. Chipped out, and it's on net, so that is not an icing call. Looks like Waldron with a shot just wide on the far post. Battling it out in the corner and picked up by Couch at the side of the face-off circle. And two skaters moving up against Vandenbos, who poke checks it at the point. Knocked off his skate, and then a shot wide to the inside from Elder. Puck's out at the left face-off circle, contested between Beavercreek and Elder, and now moving out and forward. Krasovchik chasing it down. Looks like Elder's going to take it around the back of their net and start skating forward. The pass to the side, moving it up the left side boards. And a shot wide on the far side. Vandenbos over to it, and the puck's actually picked up by Alfaro, who is now skating it forward. Kind of through a crowd of traffic, and Elder pushed the puck back out of the zone. Okay, Vandenbos skating to center to stick check it away. And now Barker got the puck on his stick, moving it up and checked away from the puck. Vandenbos in deep for a defenseman, picking up the puck deep in the far corner. Centering pass deflected with a really short angle shot. Corrigan with another shot, both wide. All right, puck out to the point to Vandenbos, who skates it around the attacker. Centering pass to Barker. Barker, nice save by the Elder goalie. Another shot wide on the far side. Corrigan skating it around. Got two Elder players that strip the puck. Now skating back. Vandenbos stick checks and taking out 2 Elder players and getting a stick thrown for the effort. No call on any of that. A shot on Elder from Krzysztofczyk. He's lining up for a second one. Backhand attempt blocked by Elder players in the crease. And now Schrader keeping it in on a clearing attempt from Elder, pushing it around the far side of the net. And Elder dumps it down almost on net, but I think it's going to result in an icing call. Sorry, I'm doing the online scoreboard as well as the announcing, and kind of doing an equally poor job on both. So let me get the clock caught up. We are at 9:08 remaining in the second. All right, clock's moving. Elder with the puck, clearing it from their zone. We've got Schrader and Miller on defense. Schrader poke checking it. Elder moving up, taking a shot from the right side circle. Nice pad save by Patterson. Waldron moving it up and stripped just at the blue line, resulting in a delayed offsides. Beavercreek all cleared up and the puck dumped deep. Looks like Briding going for it in the far corner. Bumped off the puck by Elder, who's moving it around, working on the clear. The clear goes right to Schrader, who dumps it immediately back in the far side, and we have a Beavercreek line change going on. And Elder had a pretty significant icing there, so with 8:08 remaining in the first, the puck will come back to the Elder zone. Okay, puck drop. Corrigan winning the draw back to Schrader. Schrader taking a quick shot and a nice save by Elder. Corrigan with the puck again, moving through the faceoff circle. Another shot. A glove down by the Elder goalie, but not controlling the rebound. And Corrigan with the puck again, skating it in. And another shot right into one of the Elder defenders. That one probably hurt a little bit. Battle on the blue line, finally moved out by Elder. No icing call on this. So Schrader back to pick it up behind the Beavercreek goal. Schrader moving it up the ice, relatively unchallenged, with a big hit that is going to result in, it looks like, a penalty. Schrader going to the box for 2 minutes for interference on that play. So the JV squad will get a chance to try out their penalty killing skills. All right, so Beavercreek skating shorthanded, 5-on-4. Elder's advantage for 2 minutes. Looks like Waldron taking the face-off. Face-off all the way back to Patterson, who easily gloves it for a stoppage. Puck drop again. And tipped away by Briding, skated around by Elder. Briding doing a good job of keeping him out to the peripheral. Shot from Elder, kind of shallow angle, and punched away by Patterson. Another pad save by Patterson. Puck out to the Elder point. Looks like Waldron picks it up. And moving forward, Waldron with a breakaway, shorthanded breakaway. Skating it in slow and careful. Shot and a good save by the Elder goalie. A great shorthanded opportunity. Beavercreek keeping the pressure on. A backhand shot from the point by Vandenbos. The Elder goalie not under immediate pressure by Beavercreek, forced to put the puck back in play. That's pretty standard. Vandenbos with a big hip check at the point. And it looks like Alfaro coming away with the puck and moving it up the boards. Picked up by Elder center ice. Vandenbos working the defense high at the point. There's a shot to Patterson with a nice save. Another shot, a blocker save by Patterson that time. Beavercreek, looks like Waldron's got another breakaway opportunity. Guarding the puck and stripped away at the last second by an Elder player who then goes into the net himself. But really nice heads-up play by Waldron. 2 breakaways back-to-back, shorthanded. Looks like 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. The face-off in the Elder zone. Corrigan and Couch on the face-off with Miller and Alfaro for defense. Alfaro knocks it over to Couch. Couch fighting Elder for it right now. Miller getting the puck at the point, skating it up, and taking a nice shallow angle shot on Elder. Their goalie blocking it away to the far side. Out to the point, now back in behind the net. Penalty has expired, so both teams are full strength. Beavercreek's power play there looking really strong. They were moving the puck around almost like Elder had the penalty. Puck punched out. The Elder goalie got his stick on it and deflected it high to the slot and now out in the neutral zone. Play right below us. Can't tell exactly what's going on, but Corrigan comes out with the puck, moving it up center ice. Little collision there with Kristofchik. A nice shot with a good save from Elder. Nice backhand by Couch. So 2 more Beavercreek shots there. And we're getting a line change. Catching the clock up to play. There's 4 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the second period. Waldron taking the face off. Puck drop and play resumes. Elder moving the puck to the far side, skating up the boards. Schrader angling him off. Elder takes a wide shot. Patterson catching it well outside the goal. But good control to bring it back to a face-off. It looks like it will be Waldron taking the face-off. Play resumes with, not sure if that was a shot or a centering pass by Elder going across, but either way it made it to the far corner. Beavercreek passing across, getting control of the puck. Schrader moving it up. Schrader moving up the center. Unchallenged so far. It's got 3 Elder players. Pulling it back to the boards and getting a really nice wrist shot off. That was a good heads-up play. Stopping, backing up to the boards, getting a little space, and a nice shot there. Those are the goals they were talking about. Some this weekend, needing to get our players in front of the net and scooping those loose pucks up. If the goalie can't control the rebound, we need to be there and put the puck in the net. So. Looks like Alfaro comes out of the face-off with the puck, gets a nice shot off, and another save by the Elder goalie, who's getting a workout today. Looks like so far 20 shots for Beavercreek, 10 for Elder by our rough count up in the crow's nest. 3:44 remaining in the second period. The referee going over the mechanics of a proper face-off for the players. Might have had something to do with why he'd stopped the play earlier, seeing something he doesn't like. But the face-off won by Beavercreek, dumped to the corner, but picked up by Elder, who is now trying to skate it up the near boards. Poke checked away by Corrigan, picked up by another Elder player, and Elder continuing to move it up, but highly contested. Corrigan going 1-on-2 or 3. Barely onside play at Corrigan's feet. Kristofchik going for it in the corner. Puck punched behind the net. Around the boards, Elder picking it up, but 2 Creek players there. Alfaro picking it up for another shot. Nice save, glove save by the Elder goaltender with a good control of the rebound that time. Nothing left for Beavercreek to pick up. And we have a line change for the forwards. Defense is still Alfaro Vandenbos, but the forwards are going to be Waldron center with Briding and Barker as his wings. Briding sending it around to Vandenbos along the boards. Vandenbos takes a quick shot, blocked by a defenseman into the corner and around to Alfaro. Alfaro kind of misses it. Elder's got a 2-on-1. Vandenbos aggressively working on the skater and unable to control the pass. And back out Waldron with another breakaway. Third breakaway in about 3 minutes with a shot and covered up belatedly by the Elder goaltender. Another Elder player ending up in the net with the goaltender again. The puck was actually still playable, but the ref must have lost sight, so they did blow the whistle, killing the play. There weren't really any Beavercreek. Coach is giving some kudos to Waldron for protecting the puck with his stick. Something they've been working on in practice. And a shot and a score. That's Waldron with the goal. That's Beavercreek's second goal of the afternoon. Just talked about how good he's doing, and there he goes and gets the shot with the goal. I did not see who the assist was. I apologize. I missed that. But, yeah, that was a great play. Good heads up by everybody. Looks like the cameraman was helping celebrate with everybody. So Beavercreek with a 2-0 lead late in the second period. We were just talking about fighting those goals right in the front of the net, and that was a great example of being in the right place at the right time. Gives you great opportunity. Miller passing up to Kristofchik, moving up the near boards. Elder moving it into Beavercreek with a shot. Oh, between the skates of Miller, and Patterson was able to see it, catch it, and get a nice stoppage on what could have been a tricky play. All right, face-off, plays resuming. Beavercreek fighting on the near boards. Puck getting dumped down for an icing call. So the face-off coming all the way back to the Beavercreek zone. If you were with us this weekend, you probably heard Kent talking about the dangers of icing, so not something you want to do if you can avoid it. Matter of fact, I believe we got bitten by an icing call over the weekend where the face-off came back and resulted in a a quick goal by the opposing team. So Beavercreek moving the puck behind the net. Looks like Miller moving the puck up. Little bit of room. Skating it forward between the defenders, up through the neutral zone, into the attacking zone. This is end-to-end so far. Pass, centering pass to Krzysztofczyk, over to Couch, who got the shot off, backhanded shot, resulting in a good stop by the Elder goaltender. So good effort on Jazz, moving it from end to end, and 2 quick passes to try and turn that into a scoring opportunity. Waldron at the face-off. Looks like Barker going into the corner for the puck near side boards. Fighting it out with 2 Elder players. Centering pass across. Waldron had his stick tangled up. Unable to turn that into a shot, which is probably a smart play on Elder's part. Looking for a repeat of the earlier attempt. All the way around the boards. Schrader there to get it, knock it back in. Over to Waldron. Waldron skating it. Left-hand face-off circle behind the net, looking for a pass out to Miller. Miller cross over to Schrader. Schrader's going to take the shot, knocked off of Briding's skate. Being fought again. Elder knocking it out. Miller to Schrader. Schrader dumping it in. Elder trying to regroup. Elder moving it forward, and that is the end of period number 2. Beavercreek leading 2-0 after 2 periods. Since this is a JV game and in a usual practice slot, there will not be an ice cut for the 3rd period, so it'll be a shorter intermission than typical. We will not be running any of our normal commercials because we don't know exactly how long we have, but it won't be very long. Okay, we're back at it for 3rd period of Creek JV hockey versus Elder Varsity. Beavercreek leading 2-0 after 2 periods of play. 3rd period starting with, looks like Alfaro at center with Barker and Krzysztofczyk. Vandenboss and Waldron on defense. So coach mixing the lines up a little bit. Barker skating up with a nice early shot on Elder. Pad save. Krzysztofczyk fighting, battling in the front of the crease. Quick shot up off the chest protector of the other goalie in front, but through the legs of the defenders and Krzysztofczyk out to the low slot. Looks like there's a big battle going on for the puck, resulting in the puck being covered up and a stoppage of play. No goal. The looks like the Elder goaltender was on top of it. All right, puck drop. Near side face-off circle. Looks like Bryden and Elder having a little battle there. in front of the crease. Van Boss at the puck, neutral zone, over to Couch. Couch dumps it in and immediately back out by Elder. Over to, looks like Corrigan. Corrigan picking it up in the face-off circle. Stripped by Elder, who's moving it up. Right in center ice. Couch back. Good skating on the back check there. Puck high in the air and caught by Patterson. So good puck control. All right, Corrigan in for the face-off to the left of Patterson. Elder winning the face-off, but almost immediately back to Miller. Miller still battling it out in the corner for the puck. Crosses over to Schrader. Schrader looking for an open pass, moving his skates. Got two Elder players coming in to try and force a play. Corrigan calling for the puck from just past the red line. Schrader skating it all the way up, and I'm not sure what happened. Looks like we need a trainer. He went down hard, tried to get up, and then went back down. The Elder coach heading over. Not sure what happened. There was a little bit behind the play, so I didn't see it. Skating to the bench with the aid of his teammates. Not sure what happened, but he does not look like he's... All right. Looks like he, I'm hearing from the ref that he may have hit his head on one of the Creek players. Doesn't sound like it was a hit so much as a collision. But everybody returning to their positions. Face off right now is at the near side Elder face-off circle. And play is back on. Puck back to Miller. Up to Alfaro. Deep in the corner. Krasovchik chasing it down. Barker on the near side to pick it up. And looks like, oh man, Barker with a nice shot just outside. They'd called a delayed offsides. So even if it had gone in, that would have been a disallowed goal, but it was a nice shot from the point. It's good to see the players taking those shots from out there. Can be an effective tool for getting the puck in, setting up a rebound, or sometimes just a nice clean goal. Puck out to center ice. Barker chasing down an Elder player, but the puck dumped all the way back to the Beavercreek zone, picked up by Schrader. Schrader bouncing off the boards up to Barker, just a little far ahead of him, so Elder picked it up, sent it in, unable to control. So Elder and Miller battling in the far corner. Elder coming out with the puck, but up to Beavercreek. Barker sending it down for an icing just to get the pressure off. All right, the puck face-off back to the Beavercreek zone. Corrigan taking the face-off. Face-off one and back to Elder. Van Boss picks it up A shot attempt, skating it up the far side boards. And a nice shot from the face-off circle. Just a touch wide. Oh, a shot from the point. Van Boss attempted to deflect it down and in, and just a bit outside there. Puck's now out of the zone with Briding and Waldron back on defense for it. Van Boss back in his position now, and picking up what looked like an attempted pass by Elder. Just not sure who it was specifically for. Couch being taking hip check on the far boards, fighting for control of the puck. Corrigan in there. Couch and Elder getting a little scrappy over there. The ref was watching but didn't call anything. Clearing attempt kept in by Elder, and now Corrigan skating the puck up. Skating wide. Elder with the puck, moving it up to the point. It's a 1-on-3. The puck stripped back to Waldron. Waldron dumping it up into the Elder zone. Now Barker attempting to stick check it away. Van Boss at the blue line, putting it back up to the attacking zone. And now Alfaro skating it forward, working his way in and out of traffic. Stripped by Elder, and back to center ice where Van Boss controls it. Van Boss looking for a pass, moves it up to Krzysztofczyk. Missed pass, so it goes deep into the Elder zone, but picked up by Elder behind the goal line. And swatted away back to Van Boss in the neutral zone. Van Boss moving up and offside. Krzysztofczyk hadn't cleared the zone yet. And we get a defensive line change. So our lineup is going to be Alfaro at center, Barker and Krzysztofczyk on wing, Miller and Schrader to D. Puck drop, one back, and dumped deep into the Elder zone. Barker picking it up in the corner, fighting around, centering pass, just a bit behind Alfaro. Elder moving it up with a 3-on-2, but unable to keep their momentum. Alfaro stripping it over to Miller. Miller stick handling around, moving it up, getting checked off the puck. And now Elder with possession, moving back through the neutral zone into Schrader. Schrader stripped the puck and moved it up now to Alfaro, and then looks like back to Miller again. Miller with a quick pass to Schrader. Schrader taking his time, looking for a nice pass to Alfaro, who had it knocked away by Elder. Back over to Barker and sent into the Elder zone for an icing. 8 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third period. Beavercreek JV leading 2-0 over Elder Varsity. Face-off coming all the way back to the Beavercreek zone. Setting up for the next drop. Corrigan taking the face off, and Couch moving it forward, stripped by Elder. Miller dropped it back, and now Schrader fighting two Elder players for the puck in the corner. Elder moving it up in front. Corrigan skating around and blowing past. Elder 14 skating back. Shot and a glove save by the Elder goaltender. That was a nice use of his catching mitt there. Face-off coming to the right of the Elder goaltender. Looks like it'll be Alfaro taking the face-off. Face-off over to the boards. Alfaro behind with a centering pass, just a little too much heat on it, so Krzysztofczyk not able to pick it up. Beavercreek's cleared the zone, pucks up to Krzysztofczyk, centers it across, and it looks like Barker had it and then had it stripped away. Vandenbos with a nice stick check. Cross ice, clear, and a little miscommunication there, so looks like Barker clearing or centering over to Alfaro. Now on the far board, centering back to Barker, and the puck is behind the net. Elder picked it up and out of the zone. Looks like Elder 14 skating it up, contested. Vandenbos stripping it from him, and then skating up. Panthers 18 with it, and looks like this will be the first Panthers penalty. And a little pushing and shoving. There is a Panthers penalty. And a lot of yelling from the Elder parents. I lost track of what number it is, but it is a 2-minute interference penalty on Elder. Make sure the clock is right so the penalty runs correct. So the game getting a little heated. Refs having a word with Elder. I'm assuming it's their captain. Face-off should be in the Elder zone since it was an Elder penalty. Looking to see if there was a matching Beavercreek penalty. Does not look like it. Looks like, okay, we've got 2 minutes on the board. So Beavercreek with their first power play of the afternoon. Looks like Broding and Couch winging for Corrigan. Vandenbos back at the left point. Puck back to Vandenbos at the point. He keeps it in, back to the corner. Again, looks like Elder trying to get out. This time it bounces over Vandenbos' stick all the way back to the Beavercreek zone. Got Waldron and Beavercreek. Waldron stepping around the Elder player. Elder stripping the puck. Vandenbos getting it back. And it looks like Briding fighting 44 now. Vandenbos grabbing it from the back of the net. And moved it up into the skates of Elder, 92, who's brought it back into the zone. Poke checked away by Waldron. Couch this time dumping it down, clearing it. And they're calling icing, but it's not icing since there's a shorthanded situation. Or are we playing 5-on-5? Not sure why that's an icing call. That should not have been icing. Oh, it's because I'm backwards. I'm sorry, folks. I'm completely wrong on that. Beavercreek dumped it. It was clearly an icing call because Elder is a shorthanded team. So I'm just a little confused. I apologize for that. Hopefully you are more caught up than I am at this point. Elder with it. Krzysztofczyk picks up a loose puck. Now Schrader fighting for it. Back into the Beavercreek zone. All right, so this should be a Beavercreek power play. So that's why I was confused. We were back on our heels. Now the shot is in. Vandenbos gets a shot on Elder. Knocked away. Back to the neutral zone. And now looks like he's chasing it back in at the blue line. Krzysztofczyk in there fighting along the boards for the puck. Not sure where. Okay, there we go. Back to Miller. Miller's got some time and space to do something with it. So moving it up the right side. Plays on side. Her shot deflected away by an Elder defenseman. And we have a stoppage of play. Not sure what happened there. Looks like it's a Beavercreek penalty. It'll be on Alfaro, number 12 for interference. Okay, so Beavercreek with their second shorthanded situation of the night. Looks like Corrigan centering. It's got Couch to one side, Schrader and Miller on defense. Beavercreek dumps the puck. It is not an icing this time because, unlike last time, Beavercreek is shorthanded. So, good play down there. Beavercreek working to keep pressure on even in a shorthanded situation. But Panthers 18 moving it up. Stripped away by Corrigan. Battling around Panthers 14. And Corrigan coming back, just making a little time and space. Sending the puck to the far boards. Schrader picking it up. Moving it up and in. Deep into the Panther zone. Panthers sending it around to the near side. Looks like 83 has picked it up, moving it up the far side boards. Around Miller, Schrader picking up the loose puck. And Miller getting it back to Schrader. Oh, dangerously knocked to the top of the slot. Luckily, Couch there to keep some pressure on and prevent that from turning into a bad situation. And it looks like Schrader almost had it cleared out to stop just short of the line. So Elder taking a shot just wide of the net. Miller behind the net sending it up and bumped off a Elder 83's stick and all the way to the far end. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty, the Creek penalty. Miller sizing up and getting a stick on the shots, knocking it just wide. Elder had an awesome chance. Dropped right in front of Patterson, but there was no Elder player there to capitalize. So Beavercreek killed off the second penalty. Looks like Elder's moving the puck back up. Contested to Schrader, up and into the Creek bench. 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the third period. Beavercreek maintains their 2-0 lead. Looks like it's going to be Waldron, Vandenboss on defense, Corrigan, Briding, Krzysztofczyk on offense. Corrigan taking the face-off, winning the face-off, bumped forward by Briding and out of the zone. Pushes it forward, has it stripped by Elder. Back to Beavercreek. Vandenboss with it. Over to Waldron. Waldron back to Vandenboss. Vandenboss, quick pass up to Corrigan. Corrigan had his stick lifted, so icing is waved off. The puck is deep in Elder territory. Corrigan picking it up at the top of the slot, but had two Elder on him immediately. Vandenboss skated around by Elder 14, who takes a shot, rips it just wide of the net. There was a little bit of daylight between the goalie and the post, so that had the potential to be a good goal, just a touch wide. And Corrigan knocks it out, goes for a line change. Panthers 14 in, nice shot, caught and controlled by Patterson. Right now it looks like the shots are 26-13 in favor of Beavercreek, with 1:41 left to play. Puck drop, and Elder wins the face-off, but unable to capitalize on it. Vandenbos has got the puck behind the net. A little miscommunication there. 3 Beavers kind of watch the puck go by. Up to Couch on the far point, fighting it out. Vandenbos knocks it up to Alfaro. Alfaro gets it out of the zone, but run down by 2 Elder players. Puck coming up the side, a little bit wide by Alfaro. Not sure where the puck is at. Do have a stoppage. We have about 1 minute, 1 second remaining in the third period. Beavercreek retains their 2-0 lead. All right, 5-on-5 for the last minute of play. The face-off is being moved out of, looks like there was a timeout. So it's going to be an Elder timeout. Coach looks like he's probably pretty happy with Beavercreek's performance this afternoon. Not taking the opportunity to whiteboard the timeout, just casually talking with the players. Got, like I said, 1 minute remaining in the third. This will be the last Beavercreek hockey game before Christmas. So to everybody out there, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good holiday with your friends and family. Beavercreek will return to the ice with the alumni game Saturday at 11 from Kettering Rec. That will be streamed and announced by Kent Jacobs. And then I believe January 3rd is the first game back for the team after the holiday break. All right, so face-off looks like it's going to be Alfaro. 1:01 remaining in the period, and we're in the last minute of play. Elder moving the puck to the neutral zone, Schrader dumping it back in. All the players touch up, and Alfaro aggressively pursuing it in the front. Oh, it almost came to Couch's stick, but last second, Panthers 14 gets the shot, and a nice pad save by Patterson. We have a penalty or 2. I was about to say Elder just pulled their goaltender, which they did. I don't know if he'll go back in depending on what's going on here. Looks like 12 white, 2 minutes for roughing. So Elder looks like they're going to keep their goaltender off the ice. 30 seconds remaining. And it'll be a 6-on-4 with the empty net. Now this is one of those cases where sending the puck down is actually a good idea. With Beavercreek being down a man, there is no icing if they send it down and miss the net. So they can dump it with no concern about that, which is what happens. And there was this is going to be another Beavercreek penalty. This will be on 19. So he's got a minor for interference also. So the play is going to be 6-on-3. Vandenbosch got the shot off and would have had a goal there, except the whistle was blown for the penalty, so it was missed. The penalty's on the wrong side of the board. Don't mind that. That was a shot high over the net. Looks like Schrader trying to get it cleared, and that is the game. So with a good win, Beavercreek takes it with a 2-0 final score. Beavercreek JV 2, Elder Panthers Varsity nothing. So nice shutout for Talon. Good opportunity for these kids to get some extra ice time for their development. And yep, it was a 10-deep roster for Beavercreek, so they got a lot of ice time, a lot of skating in there. All right, well, we're not going to do any significant post-game for this. That's not my area of expertise. If we were going to pick 2 stars, we'd probably pick our goal scorers. But we're not even going to do that. We're just going to say great job to the Beavers. Good seeing them out on the ice. And everybody out at home, have a good evening. And we will see you on Saturday for the alumni game.